What's up guys, Spin Firearms here, and this is a viewer requested video. You guys know that I have multiple Stogers, which is actually a pretty solid handgun brand. If you guys know the backstory with Beretta and them giving their machinery over to Stoger, and Stoger literally making awesome handguns out of that same machinery that's completely updated, and just changing stuff like the finish and stuff like that. It's produced in a great factory, and I've had zero issues with any of my Stogers, so I'm very pleased and very happy. To be honest, one of the #1 things that drives me crazy about this internet is, yes, everyone is the best. I admit I'm not the best at anything. I'm good at a lot of stuff, but I'm not the best at anything. I just outwork a lot of people. But when it comes down to stuff like this, people are always commenting, oh, Stogers are crap, budget firearms are junk. That drives me crazy. That makes me mad. You don't know what people are dealing with. You don't know what people's finances are like. Hardships. The way the country is being ran right now is insane. And people are struggling. So how in the world can you tell someone that they shouldn't carry a $300 handgun? If it runs, it runs. If it's reliable, it's reliable. I get that you want to go with a more expensive option. I get that. But guys, I carry a $230 CZ P10M all the time. Not a big deal to me. I test my firearms heavily. And then another thing I want to address. A lot of people mention, oh, I've never seen so many malfunctions from one person. Okay, well, when you shoot 60 to 100 different firearms every single year, you're going to have lemons. You're going to have malfunctions. When you put thousands of rounds through handguns every single month, you tend to have issues. It just is what it is. That comes with the game. No firearm is perfect. I'm just being real with you guys. But before we get started, hit the like button, drop a comment down below, and subscribe. And knock it off when it comes to prices of handguns and whatever the case may be. Stogers are some of the best pistols for the money. I don't care what anyone says. They also make great shotguns. So respect to them. But the reason you see these handguns is, first of all, I'll introduce them. This is the Stoger STR9 Compact. This is going to be a little smaller than a Glock 26 in every dimension, similar in width, but this was the first Stoger I picked up, and it has over 1,000 rounds in it, not a single hiccup. The finish is actually held up pretty decent, and I honestly like this handgun. It's a great shooter for its size. Obviously, it's in between like a Glock 26 and a Glock 19 in size. Stoger dropped the STR9 Subcompact. Now this was my favorite Stoger prior to my new pickup, but I like this better than the Compact, and you're going to see magazine compatibility. They give you metal sights right out of the box. I am not the biggest fan of the sights on the Subcompact and the Compact, but they work, and they're metal, and you don't have to change them out unless you want night sights. Me, I never really go outside at night. I have kids, I have a family, I have a wife that I'd much rather be with than doing anything else out at night. Plus I get up at 3 a.m. for work, so I go to bed early. I have no reason to be outside, so I don't need night sights. And self-defense, 90% of the time, it's point and shoot. Just look at the facts. But anyways, Stoger Subcompact, a very smooth shooting handgun for its size. Very small, awesome texturing, which Stoger's been absolutely doing a great job with. Good serrations, rail that a Glock 26 doesn't have, and this thing just functions. Now, I haven't hit over the round count of the Stoger Compact, but so far, 0 hiccups. Now my newest pickup, right here, oh, it should be showing clear. All of these are clear. Every single one of them. And you can sort of hear how they rack. I would say the easiest to rack is the Compact, then the Subcompact, then the Micro Compact. This just needs to continuously be broken in, but it's actually not too noticeable between the Subcompact and the Micro Compact when it comes to racking them. But let's get into compatibility. Obviously, all these mags are clear. All these firearms are clear. We're not going to be sitting here working with a fully loaded mag or handgun. That's ridiculous. So that's a Glock 26. We're going to use that in a second, right? So this is interesting. These two mags right here are the Stoger mags, right? For the Micro Compact. 13+1 and 11+1, right? Awesome made mags. Really well made mags. You can tell they have those Beretta roots to them, right? Then right here is going to be your Compact mag. 13 rounds as well, which is interesting, right? Look at that. This one is a little bit smaller, actually pretty crazy. Just a hair though, just a tad, right? Now let's check out this. This is that 11 round mag, right? Well, here's the Subcompact 10 round mag, right? And it has that little finger groove on it. Look at that. Now watch this. Ready? So this is the Subcompact mag. Compact mag, and these are the Micro Compact mags, right? But obviously this 10 rounder from the Subcompact won't work because of that base plate, right? So that doesn't really matter though, right? Because this is 10 rounds. and they automatically give you an 11 rounder. So why not just use the 11 round flush mag, right? But what's nice is if you do have that subcompact, that 11 round mag now fits in there. You now have 11 plus 1, 12 rounds. Now check this out. Glock 26, 10 plus 1 in the setup. Very comparable with the extra round being for the Stoeger. Just adds a little bit of length to it, but you get that extra round. It ends up being a 12 total round package, right? Now, that's awesome, right? Now, let's grab that compact mag. Your subcompact can take that. Now you have a 13 plus 1, 14 round setup, and it actually feels pretty good, even having your pinky in here, and no, it does not cause any pinch. Now, these two handguns only came with one mag, which was very frustrating to a lot of people because it's almost impossible to find the subcompact mags. But the micro compact came with two mags, like I showed you. So let's check out this. 13 rounds. Even though you get this, it's still nice for backup mags or range time. Boom, 13 round mag. Everything feels pretty decent in the hand. 13 plus 1, 14 rounds. Or you can just use this. This is what you'd probably use for carry. And then you could use this for a backup mag or range, right? And it still runs. So you do have magazine compatibility even with the full size. So the larger version of this handgun, that mag will run in your micro compact. What's interesting about that is it's not like the Glock 43 or 43X mags work in a Glock 26 or vice versa. It's not like the P365 mags work in the P320 and vice versa. You know, I know there's like the IWI Masada Slim that I have. It takes larger mags. I think the 75 or the Jericho mags or something like that. But once again, it cannot get as small as this handgun can right here at 11 plus 1. That's what I love about it. This can take not only larger mags that are made for this handgun, but the larger mags of wider, heavier, thicker handguns that are more similar to Glock 26s and Glock 19s. You got to admit, that's pretty amazing. Like I said, that would be like the 43X mags working in my Glock 26 and vice versa. It would be like, you know, a Springfield Army Hellcat being able to take XDS or XD or XDM mags, right? So that's what makes this an absolute genius thing. Let's go look at thickness for a second. I'll throw this mag back in. Check that out. Look at the thickness. You're telling me Glock can't make a Glock 43X thinner with more capacity, or even just as thick as it is now with more capacity? Dang right they can. Look at that. And they take the same exact mags. Absolutely unbelievable. Now, I've been getting a lot of questions, which Stoeger is my favorite out of all of them? And that's a hard question because there's a lot of things that, you know, factor in, right? You have a smaller handgun, it's going to be snappier. But I actually think for being a micro compact, the Stoeger STR-9 really handles recoil well. It's less snappy than the P365, less snappy than the Hellcat, and I think a lot of that comes down to the ergonomics and texturing on this. You really get a great purchase on that handgun, especially with that 13 round mag. And it does eject the mag. Sorry, my hand was just in the way when I was ejecting it. It ejects them just fine. Everything functions on the handgun. And yes, they do make an optics ready version, but this is what I could afford at the time. This is what I picked up, guys. Subcompact, this is probably my favorite overall between all of them because the shootability going from the micro to here, there is a big jump up in being able to control this handgun, being less snappy, being more accurate. I like the ergonomics of the micro compact the most, and I like this the most for summertime, concealment, you know, deep concealment, whatever the case may be, while still having capacity. I like this for year round, for everything. I love this handgun right here. And then when it comes down to the compact, this is going to be my least favorite because I shoot this dang near exactly the same as this. Even though this is bigger and heavier and has more mass in the slide, for whatever reason, this is my sweet spot right here when it comes to shooting, my subcompacts. Now, there is nothing more genius than allowing my subcompacts that I love for those mags to run in a smaller handgun. That is an absolute beautiful thing. I think Stoeger did a great job with this handgun. Another thing I want to point out, an awesome stainless steel guide rod in the micro compact, also in the subcompact, also in the compact. That's more for durability, long-term use, and I love to see that sort of stuff. So the micro compact from Stoeger was built really well. Anyone who talks down on Stoeger clearly doesn't know their history, has never shot one, has never tested one, has never ran defensive ammo through one. They just haven't. Because out of everybody who talks about the Stoegers they have and stuff like that, I have not had any complaints. They love their handguns and so on. Magazine compatibility is a sweet, sweet thing, especially when it's across different size handguns. Being able to take this out for deep concealment, whatever the case may be, but still have a 17 or whatever the larger full-size mag is as backup, absolutely awesome. Love it. That is why I like smaller handguns. They can get bigger. You can have a handgun this size, right? You can get a larger mag for it, but you can never pocket carry this. You can never deep conceal this. It's going to be very hard. You can never have a, an enjoyable, comfortable time jogging with this handgun right here. It's just going to be heavy. But being able to carry this, maybe this is your carry piece, that's your home defense. Magazine compatibility. Stoeger did an awesome job with this handgun. Hope you guys enjoyed this viewer requested video. So far we only have 150 rounds to this thing, not a single hiccup. And I've been shooting only crap ammo. Within the next week or so, you will see my full range review. We're going to dump about 350 rounds through this in one sitting at the range. We're going to see how it performs. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.